Yo, what's up, everybody out there? It's your man, 2 Resident, aka about to reside at your girl's house. And I'm about to talk about this E3 day one. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty sick. You had Microsoft get their conference. It was pretty good, you know what I mean? I actually like Microsoft conference. They showed a couple games I like that Rise joint, that was pretty good. Even though it kind of looked like a 300 Spartan / Assassin's Creed knockoff, it was actually pretty good. I mean, like if the makers from Assassin's Creed and the makers from 300 came together and had to make a game, like that's what they would make. I mean, but I mean, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was jack cool. They showed off Killer Instincts when they put that back. I was like, oh shit, Killer Instinct. You know what I'm saying? That was tight. What else did they do? They released the price. They showed the price. You know what I'm saying? Which was something that everybody wanted to see. $500. Like 500 Cinos. You know what I'm saying? Which I was surprised to see. I mean, I was surprised to see that. I mean, like I thought. First of all, I thought they was gonna have 2 different versions. Maybe a standard version and, you know, a deluxe version or something. And I thought that, you know what I'm saying, like the standard version could probably be like $350, and then maybe the deluxe version would be like $450, $500. But they said, fuck it, we got one console, one price, $500. Bitch, give me your money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they did. You know. Then you had Sony get their conference. And in my mind, you know, Sony started off kind of slow. You know, they had, damn, it's dark as shit in here. Let me go back in the bathroom. They started off kind of slow. You know, they had to talk about the PS3 and Gran Turismo 6, which made no sense to me. Like, why would you release that on the PS3 when everybody's trying to transfer it to the PS4? But whatever. Then you had they talked about the Vita. Then the Bama came out and talked about damn, what I was about to say. They talked about the Vita. The Bama came out and talked about Sony Pictures and how they're gonna be putting movies and stuff on the PS4 and all that. And I was like, no, Sony, no, please don't get into this whole movie bullshit. Like, stay on the games. That's what people care about. But they didn't talk about that too long. They just came out and they gave their little spiel and then they went away. Then they got on the PS4. When they started talking about the PS4, like, they knocked that shit out the park. Like, they killed that shit. It was no wrong in that conference. At that point of the conference, you know what I'm saying? Like, they knocked that shit out the park. You know what I'm saying? You know, they showed off a few games. They showed off one game in particular that I've been asking for years, and I think everybody can agree with me on that. And that's motherfucking Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, Bama's been waiting for that game for years. Like, people been bleeding on their period and shit, on their nerd period and shit, waiting for that game to come out. Like, I need to get my brush. It's crazy. I mean, Bama's been waiting for that game forever. And when they showed the Disney, first they started off, they had you had the Bamas from Square Enix. They came out. My fault, y'all. I'm getting my brush. You had the Bamas from Square Enix. They came out. They talked about they showed the Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailer. And hold on. Alright, the Bamas from Square Enix, they came out, they showed Final Fantasy Versus 13. They showed a trailer. I was psyched about that. Then they said we got another trailer for y'all. I was like, oh shit. As soon as I saw the Disney logo, yo, I was like, oh shit. I screamed like a little schoolgirl, dog. I was screaming like a little bitch. I was like, oh shit, they got the kid in my street. Like, I was so psyched. And that's what I was asking for. Like, I was asking, like, I understand, you know, even if they were to announce it, like, the game ain't coming out for another year and a half, 2 years. But at least show people something. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, yeah, the game ain't gonna come out for another year and a half. Game ain't gonna come out for, you know. But still, let people know that, yes, this game is coming out. It is real. It is in development. It's coming out for the PS4. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry. And that's what they did. Like, oh my goodness. I can't tell you how. I couldn't stop smiling. I can't stop smiling now. I was too hyped, dog, for that game to be announced. I was too hyped. Oh yeah, I was too hyped for that game to be announced. Like, everybody on YouTube going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Bams was hitting me up on Facebook. I texted everybody. I was like, yo, that Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out, dog. Cop that shit. Buy that shit. Play that shit. Like, for real. Then then after that, you know, then they talked about a few games. They talked about Destiny. They showed some gameplay on that. That looked pretty good. I mean, it kind of have a Halo feel. Well, I don't know if anybody else seen it, but to me, they kind of had like a little Halo feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when they was fighting that big ass monster, when everybody was jumping on the monster and then the Bamas was jumping around shooting it and shit. It kind of felt a little Halo-ish to me, which ain't bad, but that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously it's made by Bungie, but still, you know, it kind of had a little Halo influence on that. You know, I don't let me know if anybody else felt that way, but that's how I felt. What else? Then you know, they took off a few more games, and they this is my favorite part. Then they went into the whole used game DRM issue, right? You know how Microsoft gonna charge your ass if you want to have a used game? You know how Microsoft wants you to check in every 24 hours? You know how they're blaming them on the developers? Oh, it's not our fault. It's up to the developers. Like, but if it's up to the developers, why aren't they doing it on the PS4? But anyway, you know how Microsoft doing all that bullshit? And, you know, you can only share a game with 10 people, but they gotta be on your friends list for 30 days and all that other confusing bullshit that makes no fucking sense. None of that is gonna be on the PS4. None of that. None of that. None of that. Like, none of that's gonna be on the PS4. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, this is what I thought. I thought before E3, obviously, I thought that Sony was going to have to follow suit in some sort of way. Like, they would end up having some sort of, okay, you got to have this type of restriction, or you have to do this, yada, 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 if you want to play that. I thought it was going to have something. Turns out, it's none of that bullshit. You buy your game, you decide what you want to do with your game. Sony's not acting like a pimp standing over you saying, bitch, you bought this game from me, but you can't decide what you want to do with it, because I ain't got my money. Like, that's what Microsoft is doing. Everybody out there want to get an Xbox One, prepare to get pimped by Microsoft. That's exactly what they do. Your games is not even your games anymore. Like, they're basically charging you to download the game, and the disc is useless, because you can't do shit else with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody out there getting the Xbox One, I'm not, you know, prepared to be pimped. That's all I can say. You know, because they got the baby powder in hand, and they prepared to start pimp slapping bitches. You know, Sony ain't doing none of that bullshit. They ain't charging you for shit. They ain't telling you, hey, you can only lend your game out to this person or that person within this many days, and they ain't doing none of that bullshit. You want to use your game? You want to burn it? You can do that. You want to sell it? You can do that. You want to give somebody else they can borrow it? You can do that. You want to trade it in? You can do that. Anything you want to do with your game, you can do that with your game. for the PS4. You know, you want to get an Xbox One, that's some other shit. You want to get a PS4, then that's what you need. Then that's all the stuff that you can be able to do. When everybody in the crowd went crazy. Everybody went crazy when they was talking about that used game DRM bullshit. Like, in my mind, it's a clear-cut decision, if you ask. Unless you want some Xbox fanboy bullshit, unless you want some Microsoft dick rider bullshit, it's a clear-cut decision what console you should get, why you should get it. Like, if you a true gamer like me, like I said, I'm not a Sony hop on. I'm not a Sony dick rider. Actually, and I've said this before, this generation, the 360 and the PS3, the 360 is my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 360 is my favorite out of the two of this generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like how they did it online. They have a hell of a lot of more better features online than the PS3 does. The 360 does. Has a lot of online features that the PS3 don't have. And that's why the 360 was my favorite. So it's not like I'm a hardcore throwing up Sony gang signs and shit. Like, it's not like I'm a hardcore Sony fan. I just like gaming. And if the PS4 gonna offer me a better gaming experience than the Xbox One is, that's what I'm gonna get. And plus, it got Kingdom Hearts 3, dog. Like, come on now. If you haven't gotten into the Kingdom Hearts series, I strongly advise you to. Like, Kingdom Hearts is something serious. Like, it might look cartoonish and dumb and stupid. It is cartoonish, but it might look dumb and stupid, but the shit is vicious. Like, the shit is vicious on so many levels. Like, give it a chance. If you ain't got it, if you never played the first two, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, I strongly advise going out, get you a PS2 emulator, go find a ROM. If you need help with that, I can help you out with that. Let me know. But go do that shit. Play the game. Yo, that shit is vicious. That shit vicious. I mean, that shit vicious. That's all I can say. Yeah. What else I want to talk about? Oh, the price. The price was $400. Xbox One 500, which blew me. Like I said, Xbox One 500, PS4 400. I thought Xbox was going to try and lowball it, but they didn't. 500 versus 400. I mean, so like I said, it's a clear cut. Pay less, get a better game experience, get the game that I've been waiting for. And I can't speak for everybody. It might be people watching this video that can give a fuck about Kingdom Hearts, but that's what I like, so that's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get pimped when it comes to this gaming, next gen gaming consoles, get an Xbox One. That's how I'm gonna put it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fanboys aside, if you're a fanboy, then obviously you want to get it no matter what. You got Bammers out here who's gonna buy the Xbox One just cause. Who's gonna buy the Xbox One? Because they can't see past Microsoft. That's just how it is. I mean, they could sell that thing for like $700 and people will still get it. So, you're going to have those type of people out here. But if you're a normal person, or if you're just a straight gamer, or you just on the fence and you don't know, I'm telling you, you want a PS4. Don't fuck with that Xbox One. Don't fuck with that bullshit. Oh, I can only do this because if I do that, and I'm going to have to pay this, and you're going to have to pay that, and I can only lend it once, and it's dumb. It's dumb. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead, get you a PS4, you know what I'm saying? Let that be that, and move on. Anyway, this video is long enough. Let me know how y'all feel about the day one. Let me know how y'all feel about the two conferences. Let me know which console. Did y'all make y'all decision? I know I made my decision. Did y'all make y'all decision? What y'all gonna get? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna be the console that you copping? If you gonna be a G about it and get both consoles, let me know. I can't do it, but hey, some people got it like that. So if you gonna be a G about it and get both consoles, let me know. If you're just getting one, let me know what console you want to get. Let me know how you feel about the Xbox One. Let me know how you feel about the PS4. You know what I'm saying? If you like my video, you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, hit a like, drop a comment, no doubt about it. And I see y'all on the flip side. This is 2 Resident, aka about to reside at your girl's house. Peace.